It's another episode of NBA 2K23.
And this week we are hanging with the pros.
Yes, the NBA 2K League defending 3v3 champions, Pistons GT join.
Endorse the quickness both of these teams possess should make this an interesting game. We could see a lot of transition play.
Neither of these teams is going to be under duress of the shot clock. I am curious to find out which team not only plays quickly, but does so without turning it over. That maximizes their possession. That team, I think, has a real shot at winning this basketball game.
So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Guard pair on the floor, it's Curry and Thompson. Buckets is out there with Kuminga, and it's Green in at the 5 spot. Pass to Buckets. Thompson dishes to Green. Here's Buckets, coming off a solid outing against Indiana. That one goes in. Buckets got the first points of the night for the Warriors. And what a moment for MP the last game. Greggy put on a show, becoming the latest player to notch a quadruple-double.
And that is some elite company that he's in with that feat. MP was dominant on both sides of the ball, and the stats just keep piling up.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
To the paint, here's Green. It's blocked, and that's out of bounds. Golden State Warriors in possession. Thompson passes to Buckets. Buckets hits. Back to Thompson. Three-pointer.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Here's Abaji. Guarded by Green. Abaji, the pass to Markkanen. And here is Olynyk. Nice ball movement by Utah. Sexton for 3. And no good.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
With the shot. Shot's good by Buckets. Buckets got his second bucket tonight.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
He's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Jazz shooting their first shots from the stripe of this game. He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. So for the Jazz, their last game a loss to Portland. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. I had a chance to catch up with Utah's head coach, and they were frustrated to lose their first game against this team. He told me we have to be even more aggressive getting to the rim and scoring inside tonight. Kevin, it certainly is their strength and makes sense to go that way. Back to you. Thanks
so much, David. Just 4 to shoot. Abaji, and they're unable to get the tying basket there. Warriors leading by 3. On the wing, Thompson. Oh, good with the triple. The Jazz have gone 0-4, missing their first 4 field goals here.
And we've seen it for years. Despite their regular season success, the Jazz just unable to make much noise in the playoffs. Credit the front office for coming to terms with it and pivoting to a rebuild while they could get top value for their stars.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. We're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see the frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
Markkanen can't get it to go.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Shots good by Buckets.
Great example of the awareness Curry brings to the game. Such a good feel for understanding what the defense is doing and how to find the open spots.
Now, here's Sexton. He's coming off a 31-point game against Portland.
And, you know, he was getting fouled time and time again and really delivered at the free throw line. Huge contribution there, guys.
Well, you love the fearless nature of Colin Sexton. Forces the issue, gets himself to the free throw line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to score a much better percentage.
Here's buckets. He has 6. Out to Thompson. Takes a 3. No good on that one.
Well, I tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's Sexton. The shot, no good. Good D by Thompson. Warriors leading by 4. Here's Buckets, and that one's on target from the wing. Buckets got 8 points. Well, some surprising news for this club today. The GM, Othello Akpem, is stepping away from the team. Greg, that has to cause some turmoil behind the scenes.
Especially with it going down in the middle of the season when your team needs stability and direction. There has to be more to this than we know as of yet.
Here's Abaji after the made shot from Buckets. And that one hits back iron.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
And the Jazz with possession after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Pass to Markkanen. Now here's Olynyk. He's coming off a 10-point game against Portland.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
That's good by Buckets.
Timeout. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. With just about a half season behind us, the rankings are clearer than ever, Greg. Do you feel confident starting to make some playoff predictions?
Oh, Kevin, it's way too early for that. Injuries, other roster shakeups. There's just still so much that could happen and totally reshape those rankings.
Now, here's Markkanen. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And it's the Warriors' ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Buckets passes to Kuminga. Here's Buckets. He's guarded by Markkanen. Back to Kuminga. There's the triple. The rebound by the Jazz. Last time in San Francisco, they lost to the Warriors.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Thompson, and it's denied. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Buckets. He's got 12. Shoots from the line. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
And it's Buckets with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for the Warriors. Done with it. The pass to Fontecchio. Here's Gay. Shot clock at 5. Here's Fontecchio. Another miss by Utah. And it's the Warriors' ball. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Here's Buckets. And the three off target. Jazz trail by 12. And it's Buckets with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's already this guy's second foul now. He's either going to have to sit or play a bit more conservatively.
Andrew Wiggins is checked in for Rooney. Second shot opportunity, and that one clear. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. The challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Buckets. 14 points for him. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
From deep. That's a miss. His fifth. 8 made field goals. Jazz trail by 13. Pass to Dunn. That's tipped. Wiggins from outside. The rebound by the Jazz. Dunn outside. That's tipped. Here's Buckets. He's got 16. Good on the triple. Buckets got 19 points. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmare slams thus far.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
And it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Here's Horton Tucker. No points in the game hit for him. No good from game. Timeout called the Warriors.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Peyton. Jazz trail by 21. So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Right there on the floor, it's Curry and Thompson. Green is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And Buckets in at the small forward.
Well, Rudy Gay was born in Brooklyn. Over 100 NBA players hail from that borough of New York City, making it a hotbed for hoops town.
A lot of talent indeed, and Rudy Gay is just one of many stars hailing from Brooklyn.
And future Hall of Famer Carmelo Anthony was born there, and just like Rudy, was in Maryland for high school. Kemba, Bernard King, Lenny Wilkins, other legends from the Brooklyn borough.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Buckets in that last game against Indiana was terrific. He scored 53 points, and the points were just the start of it. He joined an elite few by walking away with a quadruple double. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it, and he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
And Markkanen can give you, Greg, a solid defensive effort at both the 3 and the 4.
And Kevin, many thought Markkanen was a defensive liability, but give him credit, worked hard to prove he wasn't. And while not a superb defender, he has become a plus defender for this team. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Sexton kicks to Markkanen. Pass to Abaji. On the clock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
And evaluating defenders goes well beyond blocks and steals. So, Doris, when you're doing a game, what are some of the things that you look for and the teams are looking for?
Activity, attention to detail, deflections. Is the person switchable? Can they guard the elite wing scorers? In addition to size and length, do they have lateral quickness? So many things go into quality defense.
That shot wide open. And now 24 points for buckets.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
That one is hammered home.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
For Utah, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Back to Sexton. The Warriors pull it in. Bucket's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And Curry has it in the corner. Another 3 for Golden State.
A three-point specialist can't let Curry get any space to fire from the corner. That's a recipe for disaster.
Here's Abaji. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Portland. Outside, Markkanen. 6 to shoot. There's the drive. Makes it off the glass. Markkanen's got 5.
Markkanen, the big man from Finland. He can flat score, folks.
Here's Buckets. He's guarded by Markkanen. Buckets can't hit.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness. He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make-all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
Green passes to Buckets. Stolen by Gay. Thompson against Sexton. Passes it to Gay. Now Olynyk. Shoots over Kuminga. And Olynyk gets it to go on the assist by Markkanen.
Well, a nice effective mid-range game by Kelly Olynyk. Just a gorgeous release.
Well, Greg, analysts evaluate player performances on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
You know, it's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal.
Now, here's Sexton. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Sexton with it. Guarded by Curry. For 3. The shot by Sexton, no good.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Here's Buckets, and the layup's good off the glass. Buckets got 30.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
And Olynyk kicks to Sexton. Left side, Markkanen. poked loose. The pass to Kuminga. Kuminga throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Well, you've got to value the possession. They've given up 6 points off of turnovers this quarter alone.
Curry passes to buckets. And it's off from three-point range. Knocks it loose. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
And the Warriors with possession here. Curry against Sexton. Jazz passing it around. It doesn't go for him. And Golden State will come the other way. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
The thing we most closely associate with Stephen Curry's career, the three ball.
Now, here's Sexton. Outside, Markkanen. To halt the run. The shot by Sexton, no good. The Warriors shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Thompson with the bucket.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Outside, Sexton. Pass to Abaji. Now, here's Markkanen. They grab their own miss. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
Some changes for Golden State. Green, he's checked in for Kuminga. Wiggins comes in for Thompson. And Poole subbed in for Curry.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Pass to Abaji. Here's Horton Tucker. Buckets with the rebound. Buckets got his 16th rebound on the night.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Well, what a quick move. Wiggins able to draw the contact.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And don't... And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And you know, Buckets has really been making it happen, guys.
Well, it didn't take him long. To get that double-double, already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
They've got Markkanen. He's out there with Kelly Olynyk. And it's Abaji in at the two-guard. That's the group right now for Utah. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. He feeds it to Markkanen, and he lobs it toward the rim, and the dunk by Olynyk.
It's not just the decision-making, it's the ability to put the pass where it needs to be, when it needs to be there. Mr. Markkanen, well done, sir.
Here's buckets. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Warriors shoot their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Both free throws good from buckets. And here's Sexton. Passes it to Abaji. Back to Sexton. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Abaji, the pass to Olynyk. 4 on the clock. Here's Sexton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Stephen Curry.
Well, Colin Sexton, I think, is a crafty point guard with tremendous upside. He obviously can facilitate and be a distributor. The key is, can he knock down shots consistently?
The Warriors shooting at 51%. Really solid. Here's buckets. He's guarded by Markkanen. Outside for Curry. And he stays with it. Here's buckets. He has 35. Shot clock at 6. Out to Thompson. Feeds it to Green. It's Curry outside. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Ideally, you're trying not to send Stephen Curry to the line, but this guy creates those situations with his instinct and his ability.
And one of the many special things about Steph Curry, his loyalty. Sticking with this Warriors franchise since being drafted back in 09.
And it's buckets with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Sexton, the pass to Abaji. Back to Sexton. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Sexton's got 5. And talking about Steph, he is the face of the franchise. And his loyalty is shown.
Steph's been a model citizen, never complains, never causes any issues, willing to work with young teammates. He is the ideal superstar to build around.
Now Sexton. 5 points in the game. Now here's Olynyk. There's the feed to Markkanen. And Utah again with the bucket.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Bucket, and he dunks it down.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Back to Sexton. Here's Abaji. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. 5 to shoot. The 3. Buckets with the rebound. The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Thompson. Rebounded by the Jazz. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. Down low. Markkanen can't get it to go. The Warriors shooting at 51%. Really solid. Outside for Curry. Trains the three-pointer. He's got 11.
Well, Stephen Curry in the catch-and-shoot game is as efficient as anywhere on the floor.
There's the pass to Abaji. Outside, Sexton. Shot from the low block. Bank shot, no good.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Thompson for 3. Rebound by Olynyk.
Nothing seems to be going down today.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Shoots. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Kuminga's got 4 rebounds in this game. Inside, Green. He can't hit that one, so Utah will take it the other way. Right side, Sexton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Wow, he got whacked on that one.
He's his second to the free throw line in this one.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line. And one of the problems in the first that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Here's buckets. The rebound by the Jazz. 1:12 left in the third. Horton Tucker's shot is off.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Count it. Buckets got 39.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Well, they're just riding the hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
Pass to Horton Tucker. 43 seconds left in the third. Outside, Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. The Warriors pull it in. Buckets got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. And he lays it straight in. Buckets got 10 points in just the second half.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Dunn passes to Markkanen. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Markkanen's got 12 points in the game.
Now, this is Markkanen cleaning up on the offensive end. 7-footer, just so skilled. He can find different spots to be effective.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wrap. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Curry sitting on the bench, it's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Wiggins is out there with Green. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's buckets in at the 3. Pass to Gay. Over Wiggins. Gay can't get it to go.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's buckets, and it's good for 2. Buckets got 47 points.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Payton outside. It's tipped. Passes to buckets. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Utah. Dunn's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Still looking for his first triple of the half. He had 3 at the break.
Here's Gay. Banked in off the glass.
And I like the energy of Gay, especially inside. He's incredible at getting to his spots in the paint.
And he comes up with the deuce. 49 points for buckets.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Done against DiVincenzo. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. Here's Gay as Abuki trying to break free. Nice D from buckets. Warriors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Back to DiVincenzo. Here's buckets. Again, what an avalanche.
And he's Up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Back to Dunn. Here's Horton Tucker. Covered by Peyton. Here's Fontecchio. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. The Warriors have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's buckets. Rebound by Azubuike. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for Utah. Here's buckets. He's covered by Gay.
Well, being aggressive and assertive, the big man snatching the rebound.
And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
The Jazz making a switch here. Sexton's checked in. Golden State also making some changes. Looney comes in for Green, and it's Iguodala in for Wiggins. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Sexton. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A resounding victory for them. And break in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
Do you think your colleague is proud of the way you were dropping? Yeah, coach sent me a text after the game. You know, he's really happy.
Today I'm joined by the coin-based NBA 2K League 3v3 Slam Open champions, Pistons GT. We got Coach Dew.
What's up, guys? How are you?
We got Anthony Ant Costanzo.
Hey, Chris. How you doing?
Doing well. We're also joined by Connor Harden.
What's up, y'all?
And Jaron Bagmotion Baylor.
Hey, how y'all doing?
All right, welcome to 2K TV. Let's get started. You were the defending 3v3 champions last year. You come into Season 6, and you're the Slam Open champions. What's the secret to success here?
For us, we pride ourselves on consistency. We show up to practice every single day looking to get better. We spend a lot of time off the court just preparing for games, making sure that, mentally we're prepared for every single matchup, and a tremendous amount of trust in one another. So when we're on the court, we know that we're all capable of making great plays, and we put a lot of trust in one another to make those plays.
We come prepared in every single matchup, like no matter who we play, no matter what skill level they at. We prepare and we treat them like they're the best team in the world. So we don't have an ego. We come in with the same mindset. We treat everybody the same way. We watch over film. We make sure that we understand the other team more than they know themselves.
The secret to our team's success, what it really is it's our confidence. Like when we're playing for this big amount of money, all these other teams are playing like real tight, and when we're playing, we're just laughing, having fun, like we're real loose.
Yeah, I would say it's our confidence in each other, our trust in each other, and then we always, rolling off good vibes, good energy. And that's how we continue to press on no matter what we're going through.
We love to see it. Now, Ant, you took home MVP honors, 9.6 points per game, 2.6 assists per game in games to 21. It all starts with the point guard. So, Ant, I'll start with you. How do you control the tempo in these 3v3 games, and what's the strategy going into these games?
Taking advantage of, some other teams' weaknesses. So, teams really do play tense on stage and big games in general. So we like to kind of attack the players who, kind of play nervous and aren't as confident in themselves to really make big plays, shoot tough shots, gamble on defense. So we want to make those players, make a play. We want to force them to get out of their comfort zone. So as the point guard, I do a lot of pregame prep. I like to prepare Jaron and Connor, what the other team's going to do offensively and defensively. I take a lot of pride in that. And for us, we make sure that, we're going to be the most prepared team at all times. And that starts with me.
And for you, Jaron and Connor, how is it playing off of Ant as your point guard? What is the strategy to you guys when he has the ball in his hands?
I would say Ant is a very smart player, not even just as a point guard. He's a smart 2K player in general. So when he just broke down, like he said, he break down to make sure that we have as much as film and on the other team's defense and offense. We make sure, we take in, we listen to it, we see it for ourselves, and we watch it over as a team. When we go into a game, I feel like my point guard Ant is the best player in the world. So going into the game, knowing I got the best player in the world, I got to do my part, play defense, hit open shots. So having Connor, who's going to make impact plays on both sides of the ball, being the best power forward, it makes it really easy to make sure I do my part.
He always has an answer for someone's adjustment for us. So it's really hard to scout us because how smart he is. We have so many sets and different type of plays for just whenever and wherever on the court, no matter what time. So it's just hard to prepare for us because Ant has the brain he has.
And Coach, I hear a lot of the players talking about preparation. Take fans into what it takes to prepare for other professional teams in a 3v3 tournament.
What is different for us than a lot of the other teams? They don't put as much time into the game as we do. Like you say, watching film, going over, watching the other teams play when the games are going on. Each person watching their matchup specifically and letting us know, in our group chats and stuff like that of, hey, I see he likes to do this versus that. I can play this way, and then you can help me do, pinch this way or that way type thing. We always make sure that, we hold each other accountable for whatever's going on. So, all the prep that we do, we're not only making sure that, I'm looking at Ant's notes, but Ant's looking at Bag's looking at Connor's notes, and, we're all seeing which each individual person sees. And then from there, we're able to, come together as a collective and tackle.
And for the teams that are struggling to meet expectations, Richard,
Here we
what
go.
kind of advice would you give them at this point of the season?
Well, Kevin, it all depends on why they're struggling. If they're trying to integrate new pieces, you got to stay patient. If it's chemistry issues, though, that can get a bit more complicated.
How would you handle chemistry issues when you play?
Well, some things are just unavoidable. Some teams have great chemistry, and some teams not so much.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Out on the wings, it's Brown and Tatum. Muscala is out there with Horford, and it's Brogdon in at the point guard. Wiggins against Tatum. They get the rebound. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And once he got to the rim, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You dream of them. You gladly take those.
And this Celtics squad looking like the Celtics of old.
Yeah, always a tough squad when I was playing, and it's looking like that again. You got a great mix of young players and veterans, and don't be surprised if Boston is back on top very soon.
Very soon. Back to Horford. Brown outside. Tatum on the wing. Clock at 4. Over Wiggins. Tatum. No good.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Here's buckets. And the rejection by Tatum.
The all-star Tatum engaged on defense. That's a scary sight for opponents.
Brown feeling out a bit. Buckets with the rebound. Buckets got 4 rebounds in this game. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to catch up with the Celtics head coach. He told me they have to lean on their post game tonight. He wants them to get the ball into the block each time down the floor and pound these guys inside. Sounds like this could be a real physical battle, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
The D's just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole. Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to start the game with 4 straight misses. Look, that's about as rough as it gets. It'll get going soon.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And pretty consistent from range. Wiggins has the natural tools to do a little bit of everything.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Back to Brogdon. They need this. The Warriors pull it in. Bucket's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Yeah, slow start. 5 straight misses to get this one going. When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was only, let's do this.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
And as good as Draymond Green has been on the floor, this guy will be an all-time broadcaster, already a popular podcast. Great TV studio appearances as well.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Horford kicks to Brogdon. Back to Horford. It's Brown on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, Horford. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And Draymond Green, the next broadcasting star. You watched his work. Why is that?
And Kevin, I think his basketball IQ is incredible. And we see that when he plays, but he can also vocalize it to the audience. And of course, Draymond is not afraid to say what he thinks.
Here's Brogdon after the made shot from Buckets. Brown. Klay Thompson grabs the miss.
I thought he had that all thrown up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And it's Wiggins missing. Look at the last game for the Golden State Warriors. It was a win against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Boston again missing.
He made that way more difficult than it had to be with that leaning jumper. As a result, he comes away empty.
To the inside. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Just a merciless, I don't even know what that word means, dunk by Tatum. Reminding the defense, like, yo, you cannot stop him.
Here's Buckets. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Great D that time from Tatum. Celtics trail by 10. And it's Buckets with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The leadership of the NBA Players Association, Greg, has said they support expansion. And 2 cities which seem to be the leading candidates, Seattle and Las Vegas. What do you think?
Well, I love both. Had the good fortune of playing in both cities, and I'd love to see a team in my hometown. But bottom line, more teams means more jobs, and that's something I think most can get behind. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Now, here's Brogdon. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They've gone on a 16-2 run, not allowing much. Here's Buckets. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
Now, here's Brown. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, despite the challenges of being away from home, they were able to execute cleanly and look really fresh out there.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
And you talk to coaches around the league, and they'll tell you sometimes the ball just goes in. It's as simple as that.
Smart's checked in for the Celtics. Now here's Brown. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things.
Here's buckets. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Here's Brown. The Warriors making the shot. Over to the left wing. Horford kicks to Tatum. Smart deciding where to go with it. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. Here's buckets. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Now here's Brown. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors? And the Warriors with some changes. Kevon Looney is checked in for Green. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Klay Thompson. And Poole subbed in for Stephen Curry. Gallinari, he's checked in for the Celtics. Derek White comes in for Brown.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. To the middle. Here's Smart. Lays it up off the glass.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Now here's White. After the miss from buckets, White the pass to the step. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
No D1 schools even offered a scholarship.
Derek ended up at a D2 school, but White had a major growth spurt up to 6'4". Transfers to a D1 school. The Spurs take him late in the first. What a crazy path to the league.
On the floor for Boston. Up in the forward spots, it's Tatum and Horford. Jaylen Brown out there with Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Griffin in at the 5. Horford. No good on the triple.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
The Warriors have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
And he sinks the second. And you talk to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the ride.
Here's Brogdon. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Brogdon traded over the summer to the Celtics. I'm interested to see how he'll fit with the rest of the Celtics guards. They certainly have a deep rotation now and a lot of flexibility.
For Malcolm Brogdon, he comes from a family, Greg, where education comes first.
And well, Malcolm earning his degree plus a master's while in college. His dad and brother, lawyers. His mom involved in higher education. Brogdon may be the smartest guy in the NBA.
Here's Brogdon after the made shot from buckets. And around the break for the finish. The breakaway slam.
Nice timing on the pass from Green, finding the open guy with ease.
Brown outside. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. They get a hand on it. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Buckets in that last game against Utah was all business. He finished with 52 points and did his job on defense with an impressive number of steals. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now, here's Green. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Horford kicks to Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Curry on the wing. There's the three. Another three for Golden State.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's buckets. And they will call over the back on the play.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, I always saw that as an effort foul. If it happens once, coaches usually let it slide. You just don't want to make it happen.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for. And as far as power forwards go, he has terrific vision.
Here's buckets. 32 points in the game. Misses the three. Thompson against Brown. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Thompson.
And how about Jaylen Brown, part of that young core for the Celtics?
Yeah, he's been through a lot with this young group of guys. They've grown together, they've come in together, and they've gotten better together. And you've seen the production of Brown increase because of it.
Here's buckets. Puts up a three. Rebound Boston. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
This is a team that they owned in the regular season, but last year in the finals they couldn't find a way to get it done.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Pass to Curry to the right side. Here's Buckets. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Buckets got 34 points.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Here's Tatum. And good. He got the English that time as it falls.
Over the years, Tatum has limited the amount of mid-range jumpers that he takes, but it is still a natural part of his game.
Here's Buckets. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Buckets got 36.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And the pass to Horford. Brown outside. Pass to Griffin. On the arc. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Jermichael Green. Richard, you grew up in Arizona. What do you think of the Suns right now and what they've done the last 2 seasons?
Oh, how much time do you got? All my friends back home are just loving Chris Paul. He has helped change the culture with Monty Williams. Great job by the front office. They have put in so much young talent, and they have coached them up. They are a complete team. And like I said, how much time you got? We could do this all day.
We could indeed.
And we've brought around Boston into a talented scorer, someone who's capable of shouldering that entire offensive load.
Muscala, he's checked in for Boston. Marcus Smart comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. Here's buckets. He goes up again. That shot missing. Great D that time from Tatum. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And that will be the 5th game of this 6-game road trip. It's Brown on the wing. Inside. Horford no up.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at the rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
Green left side. Passes it to Buckets. No good. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Smart against Curry. Smart passes to Horford. Outside Tatum. Off target from outside.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Out to Thompson. Plenty of space. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That's his first foul. And the Warriors get some changes. Looney comes in for Draymond Green. And Kuminga's subbed in for Klay Thompson. And then for Boston, Williams comes in for Al Horford. And Derek White subbed in for Brown. Shots good by Buckets.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Now here's Williams. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down. So it's the Golden State Warriors. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And you know, Buckets has really been